Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. I am here in the forest, in beautiful British Columbia. I got here on Friday. They actually let me in. And today is Monday. Yesterday I went up to Cranbrook and did my grocery shopping. Here are the highlights from that. Well, Walmart is pretty much the same, except you can tap to pay, which I think it's just ridiculous that you can't do that in the US and the Walmarts. Also, you bring your own bag everywhere because, just like the rest of the world. Next, we're going to Real Canadian Superstore. Got the racing handlebar on the shopping cart here. Sharp cheddar is called Old Fort. Also, in Canada, they have Mr. Big. It's like the best chocolate bar ever. All right, today I'm eating chicken shawarma bowl. All kinds of exciting new to me foods here in Canada. It's pretty cool. I love it. I love trying new things. They have lots of healthy looking fresh stuff, and the prices in that place weren't bad at all. You got to think that the Canadian dollar, everything's gonna look like it's 20-30% more expensive than the US, but it's not. And it's cool, if something's bad for you, it says right on it. Like there's a sticker that says, this is high in sodium, or this has too much fat. So today I got to run back up into Cranbrook and get something that I couldn't get yesterday because weekday, And then we're heading north. I think I'm going to go up to Columbia Lake. We're going to see where the Columbia River starts. So that should be pretty cool. And then we're going to find somewhere else to camp for free in the woods. And there's going to be a lot of just super beautiful scenery along the way. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for tuning in. We're here at Kootenay Communications. So what I was doing there is, here in BC, logging is like their primary resource, It's a huge industry up here. And all of the good back roads, all the Forest Service roads, like the mains, are logging haul routes. So what you need is a two-way VHF radio that's programmed to the resource road frequencies, so you can announce your presence as you're going up those roads. That way you don't come around a curve and have a head-on collision with the giant logging truck. The radio shop guy, he's out of stock. He said he'd have more tomorrow, and he quoted me $500, which is, I think, a lot of money for just a little handheld two-way. So I think what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and head north and just move on, basically. I'm gonna be going to my brother's house in a few weeks, and we'll see if we can maybe find something on Marketplace or whatever, but eventually I am gonna get one of those. And maybe eventually, because I'm loving it up here, I might spend several summers up here in BC because I like it. So eventually I might get like an actual truck mount, just go full ham, get some whips on the van and everything. So alright, before I head north, I wanted to take a look at this real quick. This is called the St. Mary's River. We're actually on the res here. This is First Nations area. That's a KOA right there on the river. It's a pretty impressive river, man. It's a lot of water. But I'm about to hop on 95 heading north. We got beautiful ponderosa pines here. Up over there is like kind of like some hoodoos almost. I pulled over at this rest area because it's very scenic. It's along the Kootenai River. And I want to fly my drone, but the skeeters here are thick. Oh my god, they're swarming. Ah! Beautiful. It's a river. Getting tore up. I'm out of here. Got about 800 of them in the van just from me opening the door. Alright folks, here it is. This is Columbia Lake. It is beautiful here. Yeah, I was swatting skeeters the whole way from that damn rest area I should have never stopped at. I've never seen so many skeeters in my life. It's fine here though. But wow, look at them views. It's pretty breezy, but I'm going to throw the drone up anyway. Just to get a good aerial shot of this. Might put my feet in the water. Yeah, check this out. Lots of goose poop everywhere. After this, we're going to go for a little hike to where the Columbia River starts. Wow. Little jetty here. Columbia Lake. A little swimming beach over there. Boat launch right there. I bet this water's ice cold. Yeah, not too bad, actually. I'm sure out there it is, but beautiful British Columbia. All right, we are hiking to the start of the Columbia River, source of the Columbia River. There's a trail. And this person with this van has cats because there's cat stickers in the window. Springing from this quiet marsh, one of North America's greatest rivers starts its journey to the sea. Cool. "14 dams on the main river and over 250 dams on its tributaries." The salmon can't get upstream anymore. Humans ruined it. So there's, the side of this trail is flooded. It's like a marshy, swampy, wetland area. No skeeters though. It was just that rest area I stopped at. Just had a infestation of them. Now I'm sure in the evening when it cools off, they all come out, but yeah, that was just insane. We have a signboard up here and a little picnic table. Let's see what it says. At home in the wetlands. What is a wetland? It's a soggy, spongy place. Moose, white spruce, scrub birch, sedges, mallards, shrubby cinquefoil, prickly rose. Wetlands are nature's kidneys. They filter out sediments and chemicals while letting water flow through. Wetlands are giant sponges. They absorb water from rain and spring runoff, then slowly release it, reducing floods and easing drought. Wetlands are homes for amazing diversity of plants and animals. Once regarded as dank, foul places to be drained and developed, we now know they play a vital role in supporting both animal and human communities. Pretty much the same 3 types of tree I've been seeing everywhere up here. Silver birch, lodgepole pine, and western larch. We got a fork. I don't know which way to go. Maybe this is just a loop. That's probably what it is. Big loop. I was looking at maps, as I do. On the Pacific Ocean, where the Columbia River ends, which is right on the border of Washington and Oregon, right on the state line there. There's a jetty that I think you might be able to walk out on quite a ways. There's also a little viewing platform. So right now in this video, we're going to see the start of the Columbia River. And a couple months from now, we're going to see the very end of the Columbia River. And I'm sure we'll run into it here and there in between. Cool boardwalk. Oh yeah. It's just a whole like hiking area. Well, I guess this is it, really. This is the start of... Look how clean that... Look how clear that water is. Holy crap, you can see... That is crystal clear. Wow. That's surprising. I guess this is it, you know. The end of the river will be far more dramatic. It's like several miles wide, the mouth of it going into the Pacific. Lots of benches, you can just kind of chill, ponder life while you stare at the water. Alright, this is the end of it. The carrying place. All right, there it is. That is the start. This is the start of the Columbia River. Right here. Put my hand in it. And then I'll try to remember to do that again when we get to the end of it. That water is crystal clear. All right, moving on. Now, I'm gonna get back to the van. I'm gonna hike the rest of this trail. It's kind of a loop, I think, I hope. And I'll go find somewhere to camp tonight. I think I found a spot, potentially, by a waterfall or some sort of waterfall-esque hydrological feature. We'll see. We'll see. This is awesome. I love new things. I love exploring new stuff, you know. It's like like frogs jumping into the water as I walk by. Got a sign. It's more about the wetlands. Painted turtle, great blue heron. Sampling the water. You can join a stewardship program. Toads, American bittern. Yep. Source of the Columbia River. Alright, I think that's about it, guys. Time to move on. Alright, this is the trailhead for Findlay Falls. And I can camp here, but there's already a dude over there. So I might find something a little better, but we're pretty much there, like in the area of where I'm gonna be spending the night. The cats are ready to get out of the van, so I'm just gonna hike down to this waterfall and show it to you guys and see it for myself, and then figure out exactly where I want to spend the night. So you're supposed to call coming up this road. I've got my scanner going, but I think we're good for now, you know. Kind of warm here, actually. It is about 4 o'clock, so I don't know how long this trail is, but it can't be that long. I can hear water. Go see what this Findlay Falls looks like. I saw a couple turnouts too on the way here. Oh wow, look at that. It's like a lily or something. Pretty. One spot had a few guys camping together in a group. A dude's camper was painted red and said Pokemon on it. My hair running water. There's some chipmunks. Yeah, I'd like to find something a little more shaded. Tomorrow's supposed to be pretty warm, and we've got that way or this way. Ooh, wow! Look at that. Oh, this is epic. Sweet. Look at that, man. Yeah, these are Canadian views here for you. Canadian mountain, British Columbia kind of views. I'm going to be seeing a lot of this. Look at that. Wow. Man, Be cool to hike down to something like that and just backpack in and camp right by it. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, you could put a tent right there, you know. Right there. Actually, this is the end of the trail. Or no, it ain't. Yep, you could park where I did and then just come camp right here. Man, how cool would that be? You know? And this is pretty. I'm seeing what looks like waterfall potential up here. Nope, it's just more epic stuff. Wow. I'm speechless, alright? How cool is that? Man. Wow. What a view. Oh, look at that. That's cool. They cut that log, made a little flat step for it. It's good trail maintenance there. Yeah, it would have been kind of nice to just park it and do this hike in the morning, but there's going to be plenty more of this. Plenty more of this kind of stuff for me, so. Oh yeah, another awesome camping spot right there. Right there on the river. Right next to the falls. Too cool. Trail goes right down to the, right down up on it, man. Too cool. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Got some cable right here. Thick cable too. Man, gotta touch the water. Oh, that's real cold. That's like ice cold. Way colder than the Columbia Lake was. Wow. Feels good. Ah, fuck. Alright, I gotta get out of here. Ah. The tide came in. It's just soaked my freaking legs. That was funny. I did that for your entertainment. Wow. The Canadian Rockies, man. That's something else. Woo. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna hike back to the van, find somewhere to camp tonight. I will see you there. Check it out. I managed to squeeze my little box van into this tiny little area here. In the woods, in the shade. Nobody around. Well, that guy, I'm not bothering him now. We can't even see each other. Just chilling here in the woods. This is awesome. This is a freaking awesome spot. Maybe I'll have a fire tonight, you know? Somebody's got some wood already cut up here for me. I gotta split it, but maybe we'll have a little fire tonight. This is freaking, oh, I'm having the best day ever. This is great. Haha. Success. I'm still in the same area. I just came up into the woods, maybe 500 meters or something. Somebody left a bouquet of flowers here for some reason. Maybe a tribute to, like a memorial to somebody, perhaps. Maybe I'll stay in this area so looking at the weather for this region, it's going to be hot for the next 3 days, and then it's going to rain for several days after that. Look at that. Look at that view right from camp. Freaking amazing. I love it here. This is freaking awesome. Haha. Alright, well, I'm gonna change my pants because they're soaked. And, yeah, just relax, let the cats relax, and then maybe this evening I'll have a fire. We'll see. We'll see. This is a nice spot, though. Oh my god, you guys, look at this. I was like, what is that over there? It's a shitter. Homemade. Wow. I don't even know what to think of that. Yeah, I could park down here if I wanted to. This whole little area is cutie butts. She's got to inspect all the toilets, you know. There's no way you approve of that one, girl. Look, it's even got a little footrest. Gross. Yeah, I could come over here even. I kind of like where I'm at, though. There are a few mosquitoes, but it's not like... It's a normal amount. Like a reasonable, normal amount of skeeters here. Alright, I got the house set up here. Got a tiki torch too. So I'll fire that up later when I'm sitting out here. But for now I got the little thermocell thingy. See if it helps. I should probably shut my screen door, but I'm giving the cats the option of going in or out. Well, what do we want for tea tonight? Let's see. I don't really want caffeine, so we'll lay off the Summer Companion. This is just an herb. This is hibiscus. So I can add that in with whatever else I make. Blue Passion Herbal. Citrus Vanilla Cooler. I'll do that. No, I want Ginger Lemon Breeze. Yeah. Ginger Lemon Breeze. Oh, yeah. You know, earlier in my life, I did not like ginger, and now I love it. I love ginger. I'm gonna try and mix this up a little bit. Get the smaller pieces towards the top. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't like using bug spray because I have a limited amount of water. You know, I can't shower every night, but it works. I mean, they were all over me and now they're not. I always go for the like maximum DEET. I've tried that other stuff, Picardin or Pickardin or whatever. Doesn't work. Gotta be DEET. My Canadian brother was telling me that the mosquitoes up here, they don't really transmit disease like you would expect. Because it gets so cold in the winter time up here, like -40, you know, that like viruses and parasites, they can't propagate. You know, all the mosquitoes every year, they're all juvenile. Because I've been concerned about it, mostly for my cats, you know, heartworm and stuff, but it doesn't exist up here. So they just suck your blood and leave you itching, but don't got to worry about anything else. Too much fire, son? You want to go back in the van? You good? He's good. Beautiful British Columbia. This is amazing. I am just so happy to be here. I am loving it. It's gonna get kind of hot the next 2 days. And by hot, I mean like 80 for the high, 79, 80. But I'll just stay in the trees, stay out of the sun, you know. Friday through the rest of the extended forecast is showing all rain and 60s, so you know, I've only been up here for 4 days now, and I'm already starting to get kind of comfortable. You know, I've gone shopping, I've driven around, explored, getting used to it. I love it up here. This might be where I go every summer, you know. Head north, head into the mountains and the forests. I am going to avoid Banff National Park and like Lake Louise and all that stuff, because it is like the most popular thing in the summertime in Canada, basically. So it's like the Yellowstone of Canada. It's going to be all the tourists. So, but there's so much to see up here. There's so much amazing wilderness. You can get, you know, a similar experience without all the crowds. So there's going to be just a whole lot more of what we saw in this video with that waterfall and that rapid flowing, amazing. That's just a creek, you know, but that's what we're going to be seeing a lot of up here. It's all the snow melting off of the mountains and rushing down in the most dramatic, beautiful way. And the water has a very unique color to it because it has all of this silt, this like glacial silt in it, from the snow melt. And it's just the most beautiful combination of that and then the dramatic rocks from the Rocky Mountains and the pine trees and then on top of that you've got all this wildlife, and it's just amazing up here. Maybe I'll run into some of my Canadian favorite YouTubers up here. Probably not. British Columbia alone is like 1.5 times the size of Texas. And Canada has like less than 1/5 of the population of the US. I think there's like 42 million people in Canada. And most of them live in like Toronto and Montreal and stuff. Out west here, Vancouver's a huge city. It's a little intimidating when I look at Vancouver on the map, but we're going there. But up here in the wilderness, it's, you know, there's not a whole lot of traffic, you know. I think summer's up here, winter's down in Utah and Arizona and stuff. I think that's where it's at for me anyway. But anyway, I'm going to end this video because I am just going to be chilling here for a couple days, and then when I move on, I'll start the next one. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying Canada. This is amazing. I am, like I said, heading to see my brother. I'm going to be spending some time with my family, and then I'll be heading back through BC, heading west towards Vancouver. But I will make a few videos for you guys while I'm hanging out with my family. The city that my brother lives in is pretty cool. There's some cool stuff to show there. And we do intend on doing some camping together, and I do have a pretty unique kind of cool video for you guys. There might be a couple of like van build type style videos of me working on stuff coming up soon too. So, but either way, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you in the next one. Take care. Hi, meow meow.